Hi, and welcome to Propel-it Agile Project Management Overview. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate how easy it is to create, estimate, plan, and track your day-to-day tasks. Propel-it includes an array of great features to simplify the management of Agile teams, coupled with an impressive UI. And there you have it. Let's start by reviewing a few of the key tabs. The dashboard takes you to an overview screen outlining stories, tasks, blockers, and bugs assigned to you personally. It also allows you to create to-do lists. To-dos are meant to be flexible, simple reminders of anything you like. They basically allow you to keep track of medial tasks, for example, meeting requests or even notes pertaining to a research exercise. Let's create a to-do. Put in a summary, daily scrum, change of location. Let's put in a date and time for next week, 4 PM, and let's notify me and click save. And there you have it, a simple to-do task. Let's look at projects. If I click on the project tab, I'm presented with a screen overviewing a selected project. You can toggle between projects using the selection panel towards the top of screen. Each project contains an overview in the form of a description, project lead and customer information, as well as a visual chart outlining iteration timelines. To create a new project, click on the Create Project link, give the project a name, My Project, select a customer, and I'll leave the rest of the properties default and click Save. And it's that easy. Let's add an iteration. Simply click on the button, give the iteration name, which we have pre-populated. It has a start date and an end date. We could put in a description. For the purpose of this demonstration, we'll click Save. And there it is, an iteration assigned to the newly created project. The Add Next Iteration link conveniently creates an iteration immediately after any existing items with a default 2-week spread. This can be altered by clicking the Edit link upon creation. Next, we will create a story. Start by selecting the Stories tab. Any existing stories will be displayed in a table format, allowing for easy sort based on property criteria. To add a new story, click on the Create New Story tab. Let's give this story some details. Let's put in a title, Story 3. Select an iteration. We'll leave status and priority as their default. Choose an owner. Let's give it some points. And finally, we'll define the user story by adding a definition. Let's put in test user story and hit save. You'll be taken back to the story overview page. Remember, you can edit and delete any existing stories under the actions panel. Okay, let's create a task, the building blocks of any project. Select the Task tab from the left menu. The Task Overview page is similar to the Story Overview page in many ways, the idea being to keep functionality consistent in areas of high use and therefore allowing you, the project manager, to assign tasks more easily and efficiently. Let's create a new task. Select the Create New Task button over to the right. Let's put in some details. Let's select an iteration and the story that we just created. Let's give this a summary, add new employee details. I'll leave a few of the other properties as they are. I will, however, give it a due date and give it an estimated time of 1 hour. I'll copy and paste the summary into the description and hit save. And there you have it, a newly created task. If I click into the details, you will notice that there is an area for attaching documents, screenshots, images, etc. To add comments, simply scroll down and hit the Post New Comment button. I'll leave the comment. Let's say, please supply staff pick, and press save. All comments will be displayed underneath the details for that task. Okay, let's take a look at Agile Wall. Start by selecting the Agile Wall tab. I'm presented with a few selection criteria. Let's select a project and hit generate. Okay, I'm presented with the familiar Kanban wall. It speaks for itself really. I will add that it does allow you to drag and drop, as well as the ability to change the assignee currently assigned to that task. To finish up, I just want to run through a couple of the key reporting features. Start by hitting the Reports tab. The default selection is time tracking. This report shows the time tracking details for a specific project, iteration and story. If I select a project and hit generate, I get a pie chart representation, a snapshot if you like of a moment in time, a useful piece of information to present to a stakeholder. As well as the visual component, the report is accompanied by a list of outlining key areas such as status, time estimations, accuracy and velocity. Next is user workload. I'll select a user and generate a report. User workload shows the details of a user's current workload, showing the number of unresolved tasks assigned and workload remaining on a project basis. Next, we'll look at user workload. I'll select a user and generate. User workload shows the details of a user's current workload, showing the number of unresolved tasks assigned and workload remaining on a per project basis. And finally, story scoreboard. Let's select a sample project and click generate. The story scoreboard gives a basic overview of the current iteration stories and points compared to the project's overall stories and points based on status. And that's about it. There are a few other tabs to the left here which I will note. The Users tab basically allows you to manage any contact information, i.e. people, companies and permissions. And I think the rest are self-explanatory.